What up, cappers, gamblers, punters? What up, sleuths? What up, mama? What up, sports fans? It's Thursday, September 21st. Feels like a good day to make a little cash, and there's so much exciting action for us to fucking hammer tonight. Yesterday was a good day. We made $484 profit. The morning started out really well. We picked 2 morning games, and we parlayed each of those games to 3 different over-unders. We had the A's over the Tigers. They took care of business 3-2. Dan Mengden is a fucking monster. He's over 15 or 16 innings of shutout ball. Hammer him every chance you get. He looks very good. That mustache is hilarious, and he looks very good. We also had the Marlins over the Mets. Marlins won 9-2. I've been saying for a little bit that the Mets look like an automatic fade right now. Their offense is anemic. It's fucking weak. And so we got off to a great start, and then it looked like everything was going to fall apart. We had the under in the Royals-Jays game. Brett Anderson allowed 8 runs in the second inning, and it looked like my throat was going to get a glistening. It was a capping mistake. He had the blister issue last start, and I should have... Anytime a pitcher has any kind of hand issue and says they're okay, we should fade them. It was bad capping and a mistake on my part. Then I had 2 overs. I had the Braves Nats over and the Brewers Pirates over. Both were looking okay. The Pirates Brewers over was looking okay. It was 3-2 after 5, but the Nats Braves was not looking good. But thankfully, the Nats put up a 6 spot in the 8th inning. I hit both those overs. We hit 4 out of 5 games, made $484 profit. Considering hitting 4 out of 5 games, you'd think you'd make a little more money, but whatever. It was still good. It was a victorious day, and we are very excited about today's action. So let's start fucking hammering it. Also, there was one of my boys, hipster T-Rex, bruh, was in a tough spot last night with the fucking Diamondbacks. And I know so many of us have been losing money on these fucking Diamondbacks over the last few weeks. And I stayed away from them last night. And my boy JB out of Dallas, Texas, who's got some action for us this evening, also stayed away from. We were trying to stay away from these fucking guys who keep feeding us right in the drink hole, just feeding the back of the khakis. We wanted to stay away from them. They were down 6-2. My action was over. I was up 484. I rolled a blunt and was going to have a drink. And then I saw my boy, hipster T-Rex, bruh, saying how he was going to take it again. He couldn't fucking handle losing to the Diamondbacks again. And we put out some good vibes. A few of us said we will send good vibes to the D-backs, and they went on a fucking tear, 113-7. T-Rex, my man, hit, and we are making cake. As a group, we've been doing very well over the last week and a half, 2 weeks, so let's keep it fucking rolling, and I've got a shitload of action going on tonight. Let's get it started. First off, we'll go baseball, then we'll go to Thursday Nighter, and then we'll talk about college football. So first off, I have the Twins at Tigers, over 10 at -125. Is Adalberto Mejia versus Jordan Zimmermann. Mejia is a big lefty. He's 4-6 with a 4.62 ERA and a 1.57 WHIP. It's his second start since a 5-week DL stint with left bicep strain. In his first start back, he lasted 3 innings versus the Jays, allowing 3 runs on 5 hits, and did not look good. The Tigers have smashed lefties all year, and they've done it even without JD Martinez, Justin Upton, and Victor Martinez. Their numbers have actually improved. I know it's crazy, and it's such a small sample size, and it won't continue, but their numbers have actually gone up without those 3 guys. They're first in the league in average versus lefties at 283, and they're first in OPS at 852. And we found a lot of value in the Tigers versus lefties since the trades. But since Zimmermann is pitching, we can't trust that they'll win. Old droopy-eyed Zimmermann is a fucking loser. He's 8-12 this year with a 6.18 ERA and a 1.58 WHIP. This is his first start since September 2nd. He's been battling neck and shoulder pain. He's lost 4 of his last 5 decisions. He's allowed 7 runs in he allowed 7 runs in 3 consecutive starts in August. No pitcher had done that since 1926. And his 11.03 ERA over his past 5 starts is god-awful. He averages 4 2/3 per start. These are 2 starting pitchers, both coming off the DL, and they're going to get touched and violated like the sweet girls at the Hotel Del Rey in San Jose, Costa Rica. Game 2, Nationals on the road over the Braves at -140. And I'm also taking the run line -1.5 at +115. It's Tanner Roark versus R.A. Dickey. Roark has looked very good in the second half. Listen to some of these numbers, okay? He's 13-9 with a 4.43 ERA, 1.30 WHIP overall. He's 7-3 with a 3.18 ERA in 11 outings since the All-Star break. 4-1 in the past 5, 2-1 in his past 3 with a 2.84 ERA, 23 Ks, 3 walks over 19 innings, 7 quality starts in his last 8. He's 6-2 with a 2.80 ERA career versus the Braves. He's good now. He's pitching very well, and he will definitely be in the rotation come playoff time. He's gotten poor contact on over 70% of opponent balls put in play against him. That 202 expected batting average against ranks among the top 10 lowest for starters since the All-Star break. He's pitching very good, and the opposite can be said about old man R.A. Dickey. Dickey is 9-10 with a 4.41 ERA and a 1.43 WHIP. He's 0-2 with a 10.50 ERA in 3 September starts. Opponents are hitting .333 off him in his last 6 outings. Over those 6, he has given up less than 4 runs once. 0-2 with a 5.92 ERA in 4 starts versus the Nats this year. His knuckleballs are a fucking mess. Last start against the Mets, he started just throwing fastballs and curveballs. He's fucking lost out there. When you're a knuckleball pitcher and your knuckleball's fucked, you're fucked. Sorry, R.A. Dickey. I don't think they're going to renew your contract next year. But you'll only be 45. A lot of options for you, pal. Game 3, Astros at home over Cubs at -330. I'm also taking the run line, -1.5 at -150. Now, I know the -330 does not give you a lot of value, but to me, I see this game as a lock. It's Dallas Keuchel versus Carson Fulmer. Keuchel's 13-4 with a 2.96 ERA and a 1.11 WHIP. After missing 8 weeks with neck discomfort, Keuchel is only 4-4 with a 4.66 ERA in his 10 starts since return. Okay, those aren't very good numbers. He got lit up by these very White Sox in Chicago in his 3rd start back, allowing 8 runs, 10 hits over 4 innings. Since that outing, he is 4-2 with a 3.13 ERA. I firmly believe he's going to start ramping up for the postseason. I think he will start dominating. He's a very good pitcher, and he's always been good at home. Even with his ups and downs this year at home, he's 6-2 with a 2.19 ERA, 0.91 WHIP, holding opponents to a 183 average. Going up against Carson Fulmer, he is the number 9 prospect in the White Sox organization, making his 4th start of the season. 2-1 with a 4.50 ERA, 1.22 WHIP in his first 3 starts. Not bad. He's had a couple of relief appearances. But in AAA Charlotte, his numbers aren't good. And when he made his major league debut, it was, about 4 weeks ago or so, we hammered against him because of his AAA numbers, and he got lit up for 6 runs in the first inning in 2/3 or something. In AAA Charlotte, he went 7-9 with a 5.79 ERA, 1.56 WHIP. This is a very tough spot for him. I like the Astros. So I have 3 baseball bets today. I have a $100 Minnesota-Detroit over 10 with the Nationals and the Astros parlay at +302. I have $100 just Nationals-Astros at +123, and I have a $50 Nationals -1.5 and Astros -1.5 at +258. That is my baseball action. Let's move on to the Thursday nighter. I am going to fade the public in this game. I am taking the 49ers over the Rams. Let's break down why I feel this way. First off, the 49ers defense was very impressive, albeit against a terrible offense in the Seahawks, but it was impressive. Their defense is strong. Stronger than I thought after losing Reuben Foster. I thought that was a key injury. It turns out that their defense is very strong. Their front 7 is very tough. Bowman is going to get better each week coming off that nasty injury. Solomon Thomas looked good, 3 tackles for a loss. Shanahan played ultra-conservatively versus Seahawks. It's clear that the Niners are going to have difficult scoring. They haven't got a touchdown yet this year, but Hyde looks very good. The Rams lost to the Niners both times last year, and they're favored. I know they're favored because they beat up a shitty Colts team week 1. And then they played Washington pretty well. But Washington is not as good as Seattle. Colts and Redskins have no pass rush. Goff, to me, is Alex Smith 2.0. Now, there's nothing wrong with that. He's small hands, he underthrows, but he gets the job done. I've got 5 bets on today's Thursday nighter. And my big bet, I will say first, because it is my lock of the day. I will be putting this out on Twitter. I truly believe this is a fucking lock. I'm putting $250 on Carlos Hyde to get over 79.5 yards rushing in this game. Carlos Hyde over 79.5 yards rushing. I have $50 on the Niners at plus 125. $50 on the Niners plus 3 at minus 120. I have $50 Niners money line and under 40.5 at plus 329. And I have $50 on the under 40.5 at minus 110. I am also riding with my guy JB, who I talked about a little earlier. He caps out of Dallas, Texas. He follows his South Florida Bulls very closely. He's friends with a bunch of guys on the team, and he was Snapchatting with them. They are ready to fucking rock. They are going to smash Temple today, and I'm going to put $125 on the South Florida University Bulls. Minus 19.5 over Temple at minus 110. That's today's action, man. Let me know what you guys are riding with. Hit me at Jimmy the Bag on Twitter. And also, let me know on our SBR YouTube forum. It's been a lot of fun going back and forth with you guys. A lot of you guys are doing really well. And I'm going to go over some more of your guys' wins in yesterday's shit and give you big shouts out on tomorrow's video. So exciting. Thursday night, week 3 of Beat the Bag is back in fucking business for 25 grand. I hope you guys are getting yours, man. Remember, fatter pockets, hotter salutes. You know how we do. Get that cash. Good luck out there, cappers.